This Friday, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are back to switch things up in Disney's Freakier Friday.
OMG, yes.
It's an absolute riot, and the only movie that can be described as
So much weirder than the last time.
What last time?
it's the frequel
You ready?
we've been waiting for.
That absolutely slays.
What deeply out of touch old person came up with that?
You did.
Wow.
Don't miss the comedy event of the summer for all ages. Disney's Freakier Friday in theaters this Friday. Get tickets now. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested.
This episode is brought to you by the world's first reposado from Tequila Herradura. Made with slow-cooked, hand-harvested agave sealed into oak barrels and aged 11 months. Before being enjoyed in your glass. Experience the world's first reposado. Tequila Herradura. Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Tequila Herradura. 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Brown-Forman, Louisville, Kentucky. Herradura is a registered trademark. Copyright 2025 Brown-Forman Corporation.
Abercrombie's viral denim sale is back, and Spotify listeners get an extra 15% off with code SpotifyAF. Abercrombie is known for their denim. With 30 to 50% off all jeans, find out how denim should feel. Shop the viral denim sale in the Abercrombie app, online, or in stores. Valid in stores and online through August 11th, 2025 in US and Canada. Excludes clearance, price reflects discount. Code valid in US and Canada through August 11th, 2025. Exclusions apply. See details online.
Pie in the Sky Media. This series contains adult language and descriptions of graphic violence throughout. Listener discretion is advised.
Bang. 3, 2,
Oh
1.
man, this has been a banger.
Bang. Welcome back, Criminal Mischief Nation, to another bonus episode of Criminal Mischief with Carolyn and Branden. I'm the Branden
No,
there
that was
of
tough.
those two.
We were just doing some heavy lifting.
And I am joined, as always, by the great Carolyn Osorio, who has graced us with her intellect and beauty. Carolyn, welcome back.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
You know, hanging in there. It's going to start raining again tomorrow, which bums me out, but it's cool. You know, it's totally cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, just busy working. Things are good. Going back to New York again next week for a little while, so it'll be fun. How about you? How was your week?
You know, I had a really, really good week with the family, and there's lots of really exciting things that are happening. And you know, planning my daughter's wedding. She got accepted into law school. She had already been accepted to a law school that she sort of wanted to go, but she really wanted to go to UW. And the you know, the acceptance rate is, anyway, she's very excited, and just she's going to go to Guatemala before she starts, you know, kind of do an immersion thing. So things are just like lots of really fun things. My son got on the basketball team. So lots of really great
That's great.
or no, I'm sorry, not basketball, soccer. Sorry.
Okay.
Soccer.
Yeah.
So so I'm really excited for that. And you know, it was like knuckle biting when you don't know if the kid's going to get on the team, and you kind of have to have that conversation of like,
nail biting.
what didn't I say nail biting?
You said
What did I say?
knuckle biting.
Okay, well, I felt like I was biting down to my
To the
knuckles.
knuckle. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was going past the nail to the
Right to the knuckle.
knuckle.
Yeah. Wow.
because,
Shit.
You know,
Okay.
I have to.
What kind of law does your daughter want to practice?
She really wants to. Well, there's the two sides of her. There's the I want to take over the world part, and then there's like I want to help people part.
Mm.
So right now she's thinking family law but I'm just like that's going to be like super tough.
Mm.
You know, because it's like I don't know, whatever she wants to do, she's going to be great. But you know, family law I think would be really tough. You know, because there's a lot of people fighting over their kids and
Jeez.
you know, that whole thing. But you know, she's very I mean, she's just a powerhouse. So whatever she will do will be amazing. So
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. It's got to be a
Thank you.
proud mama week for you.
You know, it really is.
Good.
It really is.
Good.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. So let's dive in here.
Mhm.
I was pleasantly surprised with the Kohlberger update because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your overall feelings? Because to hear your guest tell it, this is a done deal. He's already convicted and waiting for his appeal to kick in. I mean, are you as confident?
I don't I I think that there's so much that we don't know because so much has been sealed. So I
Right.
think that these insights into it, because I think that like a lot of people were like, oh, this guy's done it. He's kind of baked, right? With everything that, his DNA is on the clasp. And so I don't really know because there's been so much that's been sealed. What is their according to their defense, he had an alibi. Like, I mean, there's just, the car was the white Elantra, which he happens to have, was seen in, clock in the neighborhood. He was in the area. His phone turned off around the time of the, so I don't know. I mean, it just seems like, I don't want to say what I think because I want he's not guilty. I mean, until he's been
Yeah,
found
but we can
guilty.
talk about the
So,
evidence and we can talk about the things that your guest talked about. Like,
well,
for example,
yeah,
when he
but what
said,
do you think? What do you
um,
think?
I think my opinion is that he did it based on the evidence. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
a knife sheath that was underneath one of the victims that had his DNA on the clasp. Okay.
Yeah.
How really how do you explain that away? Other than you forgot it there because the victim landed on it or whatever, and you didn't realize until afterwards that you were gone that you left the sheath there because of the heightened sense, the heightened all the adrenaline going through your body that you were feeling.
Well, just to play devil's advocate, he could say it wasn't my knife sheath. Maybe,
How'd your
just
DNA
because
get on it?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with it. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, how do they know
Sure,
for
you
just
could.
because his
Any
DNA is
murderer
on
can
it?
say that. Any murderer could say, "Sorry, that was that weapon that was left at the scene that has my DNA all over it. It wasn't mine." I mean, that's reasonable doubt. I mean, that's no, there's no way you'll get reasonable doubt from a jury with just saying, "Well, it was, it wasn't mine."
I get it, but
Yeah,
that's what I mean. We don't have the, I mean, look at the OJ thing with the glove, and it's
that was
like,
jury nullification. That was pure jury nullification.
well, I think they're going to really go after the DNA here I mean, I think for me the larger issue is the privacy and what they're doing, how they're kind of putting things in place. I really think that that's what they're doing, for like a larger constitutional discussion on the issue.
Right. Well, the interesting thing to that is that the word privacy doesn't exist in the Constitution or in the Bill of Rights. There is no like inherent right. I mean, I'm sorry. It lives in the Third and the Fourth Amendments, yes, but I'm sorry. Yeah, the third and the fourth, but there it doesn't say anywhere we have a right to privacy. Okay. It's implied because the Third Amendment says no quartering of troops in a private house, right? Like, so there's some stuff there. And then it's being secure in your person and your papers. But it doesn't, nowhere does it say that I think we do. And that's been
Mhm.
successfully argued because of those amendments. But, um, but I think there should be. And maybe this is the window into that, the constitutionality of our right to privacy. So I think there
I
should
think
be.
it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely think that this will be the first time that IGG has been kind of tested in this way and
Yeah.
brought up, and they're going to have this defense attorney that's been hired just for that.
Yeah.
Um, to have
Especially in the
their,
digital age. And you made the point of what you can find out about someone's DNA. It could lead to, you don't get health insurance because someone has access to your DNA and knows that you're predisposed to a disease.
yeah, no,
And you'll never
exactly.
know why.
That's
And you'll never
yeah.
know why you got turned down, you know?
Well,
So,
you can guess.
right, sure. Yeah, but so yeah, I think that it makes for a very interesting constitutional argument. Um, but what I want to talk more about are the incels and the incel community. Because this guy was throwing some aspersions around that was just burying this guy.
I
Okay. When you
mean,
said, why do you think he's an incel? And he said, look at him. Like,
I know that's
whoa.
what I'm. that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what the jury is going to, it's a confirmation bias. It's
Maybe, but you didn't say what incel means in the episode. It means you're involuntarily celibate.
Well, he said that. He said it, and then I gave what the definition was.
No
He
one said
said
involuntarily celibate in the episode. I'm just saying.
he did. I swear to you, he
I don't
did.
think he did. I think he's an
Maybe,
incel, and then he
maybe,
went on the community saying that they're men who don't
maybe I
attract
cut that.
women.
Maybe I cut that out because of it. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, anyway, he had said it because I was like, I don't know. I guess I don't look at people and think, oh, that's
that
an
guy's an
incel.
incel. Oh
That
my
guy's an
God.
incel, and I think that it's like the I guess I just and I don't mean to sound like I don't get it, you know?
You don't get the incel community?
I mean, I don't get the anger and rage towards women
Oh,
and this that there's a whole community over it because they're not getting sex and
right.
because they can't connect
Well,
with women. Like
hold
I
on
do.
one second. Hold on one second. So it's you said it. It's anger. It's rage. It's all of the stuff that they think they have an entitlement to that they're not getting. So instead of like working harder or going through dating apps or trying to find the right part, whatever, they just said it's never going to happen. I'm going to refocus all of this into rage and misogyny, and it's their fault. It's not mine. Female standards are too high. Like it's a weird community.
Well, that's what I mean. Like for me, I mean, this is my own bias. Like that's kind of anathema to how I like to exist in my world of like if I don't like something about myself or something I want to work. I mean, I like work. I want to work on it.
Yeah,
I want to be a part of the solution. So just to be on my computer and just hate people, it's like you said, the entitlement stuff. It's like
yeah.
that's why it's kind of hard for me to I don't know. It's just like it feels like is this a new thing? Because we know that there's the misogyny and I get that there's men who hate women and have for a really long time.
Yeah.
But it feels like this is different with computers and this online group and forum and I don't know. What do you think? I
The
mean, do you
incel
think that
community's been around for several years.
Mhm.
To my knowledge, at least I read about it, I think pre-COVID, I think, is when I first read about it. Because there was something in the news about a guy or about a community, and I was reading it, and I was just like, to be honest, at the time, I just went, fucking dorks. Like, whatever. Like, I was very judgmental. Um, but then you read a little bit more about it, and I was like, okay, so it's deeper, it's psychological, it's emotional, it's a movement. Um, a movement that has its basis in hate and misogyny, right? But it's more organized than just a bunch of guys that live in their mom's basement and bitch about not getting any dates. It's more than that, and so it's more dangerous. And so,
So
because
do you
yeah,
think that it's always been there? It's just now we have a label for it, an incel, and there's a community because the men are being brought together.
yes, exactly. It's exactly
You-
what I mean. Like anything,
Mm,
it's the internet and the availability of being able to talk to people around the world that share the same malady as you.
mhm,
There's strength
mhm.
in numbers. They gave themselves a name. There's communities. This is what we can do. This is how I humiliated a woman today because I knew she wasn't going to like me anyway. So I pointed out her flaws like publicly, like shit like that, right? That's a little check mark for them. That's a little victory for their day. Because women are the enemy because they've written off ever having any type of female companionship. So it's that's there's a certain level of freedom. Like I don't have to worry about trying to impress a woman anymore. I'll dress however I want. I'll look however I want. It doesn't matter. I know I'm going to be alone. So here we go. And so when you have someone allegedly like Kohlberger, who obviously had a thing for one of these girls, according to, and again, what I've read and your interview guest on the show, um, had some unrequited or some messages on Instagram or whatever where the girl never got back. But she's also a 20-something-year-old college student who probably gets DMs all day. Okay. And he takes it personally that she decided she purposely didn't get back to me.
Mm-hmm.
How dare she? Right.
Guys like, and I'm just going to say the prototype of kind of what they're setting up here. We don't know what he's actually like,
Yep.
but like when I was younger, and there's guys that are like, there's a certain type of guy that I just couldn't stand that was not really attractive, but like set his sights on somebody that was like way out of his league. He didn't have a good personality. He didn't have like anything really going for him, but he like wanted the most beautiful girl there. And it's
Yeah.
like it was almost like this self-fulfilling prophecy of like this girl is never going to be interested in you, not because of the way necessarily you look, but you're not funny, you're not interesting, you're not really intelligent. You're not any of the things that would actually make somebody interested in you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
they would just go for this and have this like do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah.
And I never really, it's like an arrogance. It's like a really weird kind of arrogance.
Yeah. Well, it's the 10-2 kind of philosophy on trying to pick up women, right? That you're taught as a younger man. Okay. Either go for the tens or go for the twos because they're both uh, they're equally bereft of men hitting on them because they're either too gorgeous and unattainable. So guys are like, there's no, I can't even talk to her. She won't even give me the time of day. And so super, super attractive women, some men believe don't think that they are because men don't hit on them. Okay. And then the
Mm.
twos on the scale of 1 to 10. Okay. Well, that's why they don't get hit on. So there are men who, and this is a real thing. I'm not like making this up or trying to be funny, right? That's a real philosophy for single men going out and trying to meet women.
Where is this philosophy?
Listen, I've been with my wife for so long. I don't even know what dating is like in the digital age. So
Yeah.
this philosophy might not even hold any water anymore because everyone's just meeting people online. Okay.
Yeah.
But back then in the 90s, okay, excuse me, I met a lot of guys who were like, find the hottest girl, and she's probably lonely and thinks that no one likes her because every guy is afraid to go talk to her. And so that's where they would go.
Okay, so
And
did you ever actually put this into practice and did it actually work or what?
please, chicks hit on me. You kidding me? I didn't have to go in.
Oh my, I really walked into that one, didn't I?
No, are you kidding me? I'm the last person on earth that would ever have the confidence to go and talk to a woman like at a party or at a bar. Ne- oh my gosh, I'm having an anxiety attack thinking about it. I mean, the only time, every woman that I've ever dated was the end result of me dragging my feet and being friends and hanging out in groups, like playing zone, because I was so nervous to go man to man. It was always like 6 people, right? So I could have some backup with I had zero confidence, zero riz, like nothing at all. So yeah, that was me.
I know, but and here's the difference between someone like prototype of a Koberger that's being
Yeah.
potentially set up is that instead of like working on yourself to get over the shyness, to get over that, which is what you did,
Mhm.
and you launched, right? Like to sit there and to get on your freaking computer and like, hang out with a bunch of guys and say how much you hate women. Like
Oh,
I just think it's just so it just goes really deep, I guess.
yeah.
This hatred of women. And it's really hard to wrap your head around, especially as a mom to boys, because it's like,
Yeah. Well, and
you know,
think about and also think about the current just environment, just the world that we're living in. Okay.
mhm,
And the fact that he was using social media to try to reach out to this girl. the victim. What
Mhm.
else do you see on social media? You see people's fake lives and how happy they are, right? And here
Yeah.
I am with my beautiful wife and my kids, and we're in Hawaii. And like, we know that 90% of that's bullshit, right? I'm not on social media, but I know people who are, and I know that the world that they put online is
Mhm.
horribly inaccurate to what their life actually is. Yes, they were in Hawaii. Okay, boom.
Mhm.
Everything else, how happy they are and how great their kids are, it's all BS because we know, the
Mhm.
reality of it, But
Have
so
you seen have you seen White Lotus yet? Have you
yeah,
watched that show? Oh my
yeah.
gosh. I mean, that's why
Our
it's so popular.
My
That's why
old
it's so
next door
popular.
neighbor, Gary, on the show is my old next door neighbor, John Grise. Him, the older bald white guy, and the black
Yeah.
lady who's an employee of the hotel are the
Yeah.
only two
Yeah.
actors who have been in all three seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So John is amazing. He's a great actor. He's been doing
So
it
you're
forever.
saying the bald guy that played the romantic interest of
Yes. Yes.
oh, okay, yeah.
The woman,
Okay.
the husband of the woman who died last year in the last
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's John.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
great. He's
It's
great.
so funny because I don't know. Have you been watching it this
Yeah.
season?
Yeah. We're caught up. Yeah.
Okay, I was supposed to, my husband's like waiting for me to be done so we could go watch it. But okay, so there was that one scene with those women, right? And
Oh,
I
God.
looked over at my husband and I go, "Hun, this is why female relationships like this are so toxic." And
Toxic.
he was like looking at me and kind of was like getting it, but like, and then the next day it was like all these headlines about like this, like, you knew it was gonna happen
Yeah.
when they're like complimenting each other, the two, and then the one's out and she goes back in her room and just screams, and the other are like, yeah, she's really nice, she
But
really
then they start
works.
shitting on each other.
And then
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
crazy. What keeps going through my mind as I'm watching the relationship we don't between those three women, first of all, it's disgusting. I can't like this.
I
It's
know. I
At
know.
first I thought that it was terrible writing and terrible acting, but it's not it. What has me so repulsed by those is just how accurate it is.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. When you
Yeah.
talk about
The
he
falseness,
really
the
the
falseness of the
yeah.
relationships, the
No, but Mike White,
superficiality.
I know, but it's like social media. It
Yeah.
completely captures this fake, and I'm not saying all social media is bad because it's not, but just this
Eh,
aspect of it, of 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 this, of all these different and the family relationship, where there's just all this like
yeah.
family dynamic going on, and anyway, it's just it's a very layered show, and
Yeah,
it
but
reminded me.
talking about those three women, what constantly goes through my head is
Mhm.
someone taught me a long time ago. If someone will gossip to you, they'll gossip about you,
Oh, of course.
right? And that's
Yeah.
so it's just so that's why I try not to and I just and which whoever the third one is that's not there, they just get shit on by the other two.
I know. I
Ugh.
know, but they couch it as concern. That's the key
Or
here,
they
where
catch
it's
it as,
like,
"Oh, you're great. No, you're great. Oh my
I
gosh.
know, I know.
You're so talented. Oh my God.
Okay, stop.
You
I can't,
look
I almost can't
awesome.
bear it. I
You have
can't
no
bear it.
idea how great you look and how amazing you are in everything you've ever done or looked at or thought of ever in your life." Like it's just and the awful thing is that we all know people like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that's why the show is so great,
Yeah.
because it taps into that, like, it pulls back those layers, and it's so,
All right.
obvious in this
Let's bet
opulent
right now.
lifestyle.
Wait, let's
But
bet right now.
okay.
Who's the shooter? Who do you think the shooter
Yeah.
is?
It's funny because I've been trying to piece that together, and I think that they're trying to make a case. Now, I haven't seen the latest episode that just
Okay.
came out last
Uh-huh.
night because I was working on my episode, obviously, and then tonight. But the dad, he's like, you would think that it could be him because he's going through it, right? And he's starting to take the drugs, and it's like,
Yeah.
shit's going sideways.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's too obvious of a choice. I think it's going to be someone that we absolutely just do not expect that it will be. Because the other one is Walter Goggins. You just think he's gonna go fucking ape shit, and
Walton,
we don't even know
W-A-L,
what demons.
Walton, Walton. Walton is his first name.
Okay, Walton Goggins.
He's
Okay,
amazing,
all right.
right? He's
He's one of
fucking
my favorites.
great. He's great.
He, he I mean,
He
the
can do
Righteous
anything.
Gemstone.
Yes, he can do anything.
I didn't even realize that he didn't have a Southern accent.
Oh yeah, he can do anything. He's fucking great.
He doesn't have a Southern accent. Did you
No.
know that?
Yeah, I know. He's amazing.
Doesn't.
He's amazing.
Anyway,
So
we went on to major side detour, but
I'm
good.
down to two people. I think it's one of two people. Okay. Who's the shooter is. Okay.
A massage therapist? The
No,
guy that's
I'm
teaching.
leaning towards it being one of the three women that snaps. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
But if I'm wrong there, I think it's the younger son
Definitely.
in the family because
Yeah.
he's
What I
struggling.
think it's
They're letting us know that he's gay, pretty obviously. And there's some weird shit going on in that family that's
I
super
know
fucking weird.
what is going on with that family.
Stares at
I
his
can't
brother's
even-
ass.
I
It's so
know.
weird.
It's so funny
It's
because
creepy as fuck.
I saw that episode and then I saw my husband gave me a hard time because there were all these headlines about Patrick Schwarzenegger's son's unit. And I was like, I said to my husband, I'm like, did I miss something? I didn't
Yeah,
see
you see
that.
it for a second. You see it for a second.
Well, because he's like, oh, because you looked away because the thought of his brother looking at his brother
It's
was it was just I had to look away. So
Yeah.
my husband's like, oh right, yeah, you want to
Ugh.
watch it again? I was like, no, I'm just trying to understand what I missed, you know?
On top of building this fake volcano for months, I give my daughter Smarty Pants vitamins to support her brain health. So her science fair project sounds more like and less like. And while I may say it's not a competition, of course it's a f***ing competition. Choose Smarty Pants vitamins to support your kid's brain health and save the science fair. Shop on Amazon, smartypantsvitamins.com, or at Target today.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and great food. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So, when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite grocery items delivered straight to you. Get ice cream, soda, and snacks from your favorite stores like Wegmans and CVS and make the most of every moment. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
How do you top your love for your cat? With a cascade of decadent savory gravy over a mouth-watering mousse pate. Fancy Feast gems. 2 gourmet pâtés in one convenient pack. Simply peel and plate to reveal a pyramid shape that makes eating delightful and pamper her with an experience as extraordinary as she is. Turn the everyday into the extraordinary with Fancy Feast gems.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oof. And here's the other question. Who do you think the dead person is that floats
The one that
up?
was floating.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I think the shooter is gonna be someone that we don't even expect. I think it's gonna be someone that's like, I mean, it'll probably be the security guard, the guy who's in love with that other woman.
Yeah.
She's he thought that he was doing great. And I mean, how awful is that, right? How you think you're doing great and you go up to the owner of, you get the nads to go up to the owner and just be like, I will be your security person. And he just thinks he's the hero. And then he finds out like, you're getting fired. Like they think that, and he did a good job. Like, right.
Yeah.
He was a
Absolutely.
coward. He
Absolutely.
tried to stop him.
Yeah.
So I think if I had to, I would say it was him.
Okay. All right. Well, hey,
And the
listen, this
floater, I don't know.
this
who
ends the
that-
White Lotus rewatch portion of the episode.
Watch White Lotus.
Watch White Lotus. It's terrific. It's really terrific show. And then, all right, so let's wrap up this Kohlberger thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm impressed with your interview subject's confidence, and also dismayed at the prospect of this appeals process dragging out for years. But I do think that he's going to be convicted, for all of the reasons that he was saying. That the defense attorneys are desperate. They're desperate, you know. Um, and there isn't a way, in my opinion, but again, I don't have all the discovery, but there isn't a way to explain away your DNA on a crucial portion, not just on the sheath, on the crucial portion of the snap that would open it to remove the knife, okay, was found underneath one of the murder victims. That's really tough to explain away. So,
I agree.
yeah. And then, and then
we have no idea.
all the cell phone data, the car, the witnesses, like all of that. Because as much as we don't know what the defense has, there's as much as that we don't know that the prosecution has. So there's probably even more that's been suppressed. That when it comes out,
Why wouldn't they use an MVAC? Why wouldn't they use it now? Like, I mean, that's the point that I just kind of pause, and it's like,
Yeah.
why not just go through all the evidence with a fine-tooth comb and
Right.
try to get, because I believe Cloyd and what he's saying about
that's his name.
these
Sorry. Okay.
murders were so like up close and personal and, frenetic and awful and sweating. And, he went past the one roommate, Cloyd believes that he was in such a frenzy that he didn't even see her. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
It's well documented, by the way. Did you see the movie Road to Perdition? We've talked about this before. Tom Hanks as a mob hitman, like in the 20s.
oh, wait a second. Is that with Woody Harrelson
No.
too?
No.
No,
So
okay.
Tom Hanks is a mob hitman in the 20s. It's a fantastic movie. The guy who directed Sam Mendes directed it. It's beautifully shot. Paul Newman, one of his last roles, and Daniel Craig, one of his first roles. Daniel Craig is the mobster's son. Tom Hanks is the hitman, trusted hitman. Okay. But Daniel Craig wants to take over the business. He's Paul Newman's son, wants to take over the business. And he doesn't trust Tom Hanks because Tom Hanks is his dad's guy and he wants to clean the slate and have his own team, right? So he orchestrates the assassination of Tom Hanks and his whole family. He goes to the house, but only his wife and younger son are there, kills the wife, kills the young son. The older son, who's only like 12 years old, he comes up to the house, glass window, and the front door, just as Daniel Craig is coming down in a fever sweat. He just killed people, blood splatter on him, and he's like freaking out. And it's so brilliantly shot, this one scene. Here's the kid on this side of the glass looking through. Here's Daniel Craig on the other side, looking at the glass, looking right at the kid. But all he sees is his own reflection as he's fixing his tie. He's so like focused on what he just did that he doesn't even look through the glass and see that there's a witness there. And so the kid survives and is able to tell his dad who did it. And then now we're off to the races and it's a revenge story.
Bloodshed, carnage.
Right. But so that happens where you're so just in this haze, like the fog of war kind of, where you're all in this haze that you don't see a potential witness run right fucking past you, So, but anyway, it's a long way of saying I think he's going to be convicted. I think that the evidence is going to be overwhelming. And I just hope that the attorneys and the judge don't make any mistakes and give them grounds for appeal. That's all. That's all. But it was a great update.
Well, good.
Great update. And I think, let's keep checking in on this case as it goes. Trial set for when? Maybe this summer?
August
in Idaho?
In Idaho, yeah. They moved it 300 miles away to Boise. But
okay.
I just feel so, the families. I watched an interview with Ethan's mom, and it was just because he was a twin of, there was triplets, not a twin. He was a triplet. So they're all graduating this year.
Oof.
And I'm just like, it's just going to be so awful for all these families. And, we'll see what happens.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, nice job. If you enjoyed the episode, Nation, please share it with a friend or someone who you think might go, you know what? I needed an update on the Idaho murder case. And head on over to Apple Podcast and rate and review the show. Any engagement helps tremendously. Carolyn, anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. Thank you so much.
Great. Until next time, everybody, please stay safe out there.
Bye.
From Cloud 10, Criminal Mischief is a pie-in-the-sky production recorded in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. We're produced by Brandon Morgan and myself. Music by Soundstripe. I'm Carolyn Osorio, your writer and host.